Oh, hello, 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 hello. This is me, the best streamer. New York Times best streamer, by the way. 100% real. Actual thing that I got. President Obama himself gave that to me. I don't know how he's the head of the New York Times, but he is. How is how is nobody doing? Okay, let's see. I need to have a start streaming thing because it is too much to just have the BRB screen while I set things up. I want it to be a little bit animated too. I'm gonna try to sing less too. I realized that a lot when I was watching it back. Too much singing. Also, I kind of want to change some stuff around a bit because I feel like I need a streamer folder. Because I have some other folders, but the streamer folder is not here. Give me a half second while I... What the fuck? Huh. Did it actually show the screen for a second? Like the... That was weird. It showed the, showed my background. I have no problem with that, but I don't know why it showed that. It's a little strange. Huh. Yeah, it did. It actually showed it. That's crazy. If I gave a shit, this would be a problem, but I don't. Why'd it do that? That's so weird. Is that a bug? That's a pretty bad bug if there's like something that someone didn't want to show. How do I do that, I wonder? Sorry about that. Anyway, okay. I need to change some folder stuff around because I don't want it to be on the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like the streaming stuff is like mixed in with my art stuff, and I don't want that actually. This is gonna be broken now. Yeah, I figured. Okay. Bumpers. Put that there. I need to catch this stuff too. I think I have it in Paint Tool, so I just drop somewhere. Yeah, this needs to go here. Okay, now I need to find this. The good thing no one watches these things, because this way I could just like fuck around a lot and nobody cares. G. Desktop. Trying to make sure I spelled everything right, okay? Alright, perfect. Now that's set up. Now we're good. Now we're cooking. Are we? Is it cooking? Hold on. Okay, it's cooking. I need to open some other folder. Is anyone gonna fall for this fucking title? This joke title? So I have other things that I want to accomplish. I have to go to bed probably eventually, so I'm not gonna be doing too much. I did not click that. I don't know why that happened. Where the fuck is this? Okay, I think I'm gonna grab the CRT TV and then edit it. Let's see. All right. Oh, it's kind of crispy. I'm gonna save this and I'm gonna change this output to a different thing so I can use it. What I want to accomplish here tonight is a little bit of testing on stuff. I might actually have to figure out how to get it back into Polygon because I'm not signed in right now. So I'm gonna do File, Save As. You're not gonna see any of this. Nice, which is okay with me. I'm actually not sure where this file is located. Blender Mouse is located where? Oh, the volume D, got it. Wait, I'm trying to save it to my new streaming thing. Bumper, stream, bumper. Starting. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn off lights. Okay, second thing I need to get is this a date off of here. That's an animation I did a while back. Is that actually a thing? Am I lying that hard? Oh god, you're not even seeing the right thing right now. Hold on. There you go. He's honestly in the wrong thing. Okay. Maybe I could do that, could loop it, be weird. I wouldn't mind interstitching like a couple of videos on here. Anyway, the goal here today is I'm gonna probably try to animate. Not animate. Probably gonna try to create a weird space. I might need to log in a fucking Polygon, so just give me a second. Okay, can I get on here? There's no drawers in this thing? There's no way, really? Polygon doesn't have any drawers? That's crazy, chat. Thought they might have. Let me check. Alright, well, I know what I'm modeling first, I guess. Okay. So for first things first, I'm the realist. This is all combined, right? Thank God. This needs to change. Wait, what? This is the camera. There's a keyframe on it. There's no keyframe showing. What did I do here? Why is it starting on frame 4,000. What the f is wrong with me? Is it stuck on the empty? Damn, this shit's dark. This shit's really dark. Where the fuck is the light? Maybe that's the vibe. Maybe that's the vibe. Who knows? I have a question. Can I listen to copyrighted music on YouTube? Is it gonna hit me? I'm just gonna get struck down, so I'm not doing that. Okay, well, I guess you're gonna have to listen to fucking Mario Galaxy, a game from, I guess it recently came out again, so I guess it's fine. What is the camera's focal length? Interesting, okay. I modeled this TV all by my lonesome, and honestly, I think I did an okay job. It's kind of fucked up in the back, if you can't tell the texturing there. But I do not care. The front is really messed up. Like this thing right here. Trash. Absolute trash. That's what I am. I'm trash. Okay. Let's get to it. What I want to do is, I want to make a drawer. Tell me it's like not underneath the, of course it's underneath the ground, right? Let's do cube. What I need to do is just, whoa, that's a weird setup. How do I get out of that? Just gonna hide everything for now. What is the I'm just gonna hide everything. Weird. one default cube for now. Trippy. Should I get some reference images probably just to get this stuff ready? Probably. I'm gonna have a ton of things being like, do you want to buy a drawer? I'm gonna be like, no. No, I do not, fam. I'm good. I'm not gonna be able to get any. It's fine. It's all good. We're doing it live, fuck it. Needs to be a little thickums. Okay, maybe not that thickums. Shit's a little too big. Let's all Alt-H. Oh, interesting. I did hide these. Oh, wow, I hit a lot of random objects. What am I doing? Where the fuck is that light source again? Oh, this one's like way too dark. Why is there a keyframe on there? This TV is gonna get a lot of mileage because I did it all by my lonesome, as you can tell. Honestly, I did a pretty good job for a guy who's never done this before. This is obviously a problem. Like some of these, this fucking front face, I have no idea why I did that. But yeah. I want like tendrils coming out of it, like starting stream soon. It's gonna be like creepy and weird. Looks like it's on a fridge. Where am I going with this? I have a couple of ways I can do this. I kind of want to make it voluptuous. That sounded very weird for a drawer. I'm really into drawers. I want voluptuous drawers. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm really into that. That's my kink. I think I might go a little bit colder. Alright, I think that's fine for that. I need to start doing stuff with this. First things first on the realist. Actually, let's hit that there. I'm gonna do face. I think it's eye. Yep. I might have to do a second eye. That's not at all what I wanted, but that's okay. I'm dumb and I click the wrong buttons all the time. Be asking yourself, why am I doing this? And I might be answering you with, same as it ever was. How do I do this in a not dumb way? How do I do this in a not dumb way, you think? There's gotta be a not dumb way of doing these things. Ooh. Hold on, I haven't like actually modeled in a while, so that's the reason why I'm kind of having a brain fart here. You know what I think might be easier, to be honest? If I don't do it within the model itself. I kind of want to... No, not there. Like, if I grab the faces now, would that be better? Or is this gonna, like, be really wackadoodle again? No, it's a lot better. Yeah, it's better. I'm gonna probably try to subsurface, but what's gonna happen is the whole model's gonna get fucked. Or subdivide, I should say. Yeah, I figured. That looks wacky. What I'm hoping to do is it Control E to do this? Yeah. I'm gonna do it to the whole model. Let's just click the whole model. Let's do that. Now it's back to normal. And then what I could do is I can grab certain vertices and then lower it to kind of, yeah, have that tapered off a bit. I have to also mark seams and shit too, which is going to be quite annoying. because everyone loves UV unwrapping. It's like their favorite thing in the world. Don't ever let any of these Blender gurus lie to you. They love UV unwrapping. It's their favorite thing. Oh my god. I need a front-facing thing. I want to do that separately though, because it's like gonna be fucking annoying otherwise. Like a drawer part that comes out. There's two ways of doing this. There's the one that's actually like flushed with the wall here, which is possible to do, but I'm also thinking about doing the I'm gonna turn on the AC. I don't care. Hear the hum. I don't care. We'll get better quality content later. Okay, dude. Let's go for I don't know if I want to do it flushed or not. I'm trying to save my setup. 1 second. I gotta go off on the other side here to see if my shit's gonna come in. I just ordered another thing, so. Yeah, but there's like two different things. It's either the one that's like flush on the edges themselves, probably be easier to do, to be honest with you. I might not actually do all this crazy crap that I wanted to. I think I might just do that, honestly. Like, flush it against the wall. It won't have as much of a vibe, though. Fuck, I don't want to flush it on the wall now. I'm gonna create a face, though. I don't think there's a point of keeping this, like, actually something you could use. Why is that there? What is going on with this geometry? Like, this should be completely flush to the wall. Is the top part not? It's weird. That's hella weird, right? What the fuck is happening there? Something internally is probably happening. Yep. The the way that it's manufactured might be... What the fuck? Oh, that's bizarre. Huh. That probably didn't... What is going on here? Why is this... Is that a separate seam within a seam? What the fuck is that? Where's this connected to? What the fuck is this? I need to just fucking reset hardcore. What the hell's going on here? That's interesting. It's like a piece of geometry that must be made. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna not save it. Pray to God that I'm not too far back, and if I am, then rip. I guess we do it all over again. Let's get on this bumper really quick. Honestly, good save. Right before it happened. So, what the fuck occurred here? Like, is there extra stuff that I'm not familiar with that's happening here? Like, is there another, like, lip inside of a lip? Or is it because I have something internal? So, like, I can't put a face here without it fucking up? But add a face, and I say I want this face out, same problem is going to occur. And if I delete the face, or the vertice, why the fuck is that? Is that better? Is that not having the same problem? Okay, I get it. Interesting. Okay, I understand. It's just internal objects don't jive well with that. That's fine. cold trenching that I could do. I do think that I need a little bit more lighting. I don't think that it should be this fucking dark, but we'll see. I do like that. I think that the world light might need to turn on. I guess the question is, do I actually polygon this and just put some, like, wood? I should just be able to click apply, right? Okay, well, how do I get this asset pack? Open import options? Can you see that? Yeah, you guys can. Or just apply. Can I just grab it? No? There's a way of doing this that's, like, not annoying. Hold on, I'm crashing. Oh, that is absolutely fucked. I was concerned about that. Okay. Let's undo that. Let's just do one. Crashed. I crashed. Nice, dude. Well, I mean, sometimes shit's gonna happen, I guess. It's not, I'm not even doing anything complicated, dude. I'm just gonna let the computer do its thing. Try not to explode this time, buddy. That's kind of what I'm looking for. Let's Alt H to get everything back. Okay. Alright, this is obviously gonna need a lot of changes because it's obviously fucking scuffed. Oh, actually, you know what this kind of wood is? This just needs to be UV unwrapped properly. So I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna just start breaking up shit. What we're gonna do is start marking seams. It's a box, so I'm just gonna open it this way, I think. I'm gonna mark the bottom. Actually, maybe I should just fucking did this and plug UV unwrap. I don't know. It's not much better. Can I get this ever to be like correct? I just want the background to be right. Like, it's so annoying to me. This is never correct. I don't know what I'm doing. That's the problem. Wood? No, wood doesn't exist. Not in this fucking world. Bro, I don't know what the fuck this is asking for me. Seriously. Whatever. Alright, I don't care. The background's fucked. take it as is. The texture coordinate's not working at all. What the fuck is happening? Hold on. Hold on. What the fuck is happening here? This is all fucked. Nice. What is happening to the seam? Is it the seam for that one? You know what? That's why, I bet. Let's go. Okay, now can I UV unwrap and it's okay? This looks a little fucked. What is going on here? Is that marked or something? That's marked? That's marked, but this isn't marked? Why aren't these marked? Why are these even marked? Clear seam. That's not what I wanted to do. Days I'm happy I'm not colorblind, because this would be a fucking nightmare if I was. Excuse me? Nothing happened? Nothing? Okay. Whatever. Alright, let's just fucking try this. Is there like an internal thing going on here and that's the reason why it's not working? Like, what the fuck is happening right now? Why is nothing working? It's not moving at all. It's not moving at all. What the fuck are the texture cord? Nice. Broken shit. I love broken shit.
To speed up your workflow when you're editing your objects in Edit Mode once you've already got a bit of a UV set. So what I'm going to do is press tab to go into Edit Mode, and if I left click on these faces for example, and press G and Y, you'll notice that my texture is just going to stretch horribly like that. And most of you probably won't want that, because you want to keep the constant squares. Thankfully, this literally takes 2 seconds to change. All I need to do is left click this Options button in the top right hand corner and turn on Correct Face Attributes. And you can see here it says correct data such as UVs and color attributes when transform. Transforming is just changing the shape of the object. I turn that on, and then I'm just going to press G and Y to move this along. And you can see that it now moves without stretching the text. Keep in mind if I press tab to go into Object Mode.
This has nothing to do with what I need, but thank you so much, YouTube, for that. ensure the texture coordinates are set to UV in the shader editor. What the fuck are you talking about?
Our daughter's name is Lee. She has.
I don't care.
In this video, I'll be going over 12 common shading and texturing issues which can happen in Blender. And I'll have timestamps in the video description if you just want to jump to each part. So hopefully you can use this video as a troubleshooting video to go through if you're having some trouble with your shading or texturing. So this first one is a very beginner mistake, but that is that if you add some sort of texture or color or material on your object, you won't be able to actually see the material unless you're in either the material preview mode or the render mode. Because the default is the solid view. You can click right here to go to solid viewport mode, and so this only shows the geometry of the mesh, but doesn't actually show the colors or the materials of the textures. And if you press and hold the Z button, that is going to bring the pie menu, so you can move your mouse and then let go on one of the modes, or you can also change them just by clicking right up here. And the second common shading issue is that you didn't UV unwrap your object properly. So maybe you just added a material here, so you can see I just added this metal material into the base color roughness and normal. But you can see it definitely doesn't look right. There's all like this stretching. It looks okay in some spots, but it's messed up in some other spots. And that is because of the UV editing. Now, of course, if you want the textures to use the UVs over here in the shading workspace, you need to make sure that you have the texture coordinate, and you need to make sure that the UV is plugged up to the vectors of the textures, and that way it's going to use the UV coordinates. So if I just click here to go to the UV editing workspace, I just need to re-UV unwrap this. So what I want to do is add.
So what? This thing just doesn't have any texture coordinates for no reason. So Control T. Hold on, this thing's lagging. Give me a second. Based broken shit. Love it. Where the fuck are we? Can we just go straight to here? Can we ignore this? Can you just get this the fuck off? Can you just remove this? I've always wanted this thing to be green. I wanted it to be green. I've always wanted it to be vomit green. So, what the fuck is wrong with this? Like, can this not open? Like, what? Aha! I'm confused. Where the fuck am I now? Bro, I don't even know where the fuck that is now. I don't even know where the fuck I am. Hello? Is this all of it? What is going on at this? Where the fuck am I? I don't know where I am. That's cool, I guess. Can I get this? Something's breaking everything. Is that it? Right, it should not be this hard. Okay. Should not be this hard. It's just stupid. Now I know that it's just like some... It looks unassuming. But it's actually this monstrosity. I guess the question is, why can't I change the location of the texturing? That's my question. Because normally if I just go over here, I should be able to do it. It's literally not letting me do it.
Seams, I'm going to cut out the top. So what I'm going to do in the UV editor is just deselect everything, and then I'm going to go here to the edge select because I like adding seams in the edge select because we're going to add them in edges, and then you can hold down the Alt key, select that loop right there. So then I can hit U, mark seam. Let's hold down the Alt key, select that loop there. We'll hit U, and we can just mark seam. Now, if I just select everything, we can unwrap this. So I can just go U, and I can unwrap angle base, and you can see that it looks good on the top and it looks good on the bottom because you can see the top and the bottom are opened up. But right here, you can see that's really stretched and looks really weird. And that's because we need to actually cut this out because it is a circle. So we need to cut it out so we can open up flat. Now, generally speaking, we want to add seams where it's going to be less visible. So here's the front of the mesh. So if I just go here to the back of the mesh, I can select this right here, and then I can hit U, and then I can click on mark seam. So this entire bit right here along here can lay out flat. So if I select everything, I can hit U, unwrap angle base, and you can see that looks nice and flat. And of course, you can scale the UVs and move them around. So there is a bit of a scene here where the texture ends.
Yeah,
right
that's
now
the
in front
problem I'm
of the
having.
image,
There's no
and the
scaling
third
on mine.
texture issue is that you may not be using sRGB or non-color correctly. So you can see I just have this metal material, so I have the base color, the metallic, the roughness, and the normal maps. But look,
I don't understand why the UV editing isn't letting me UV edit. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, I put over here, and I'm like, base, let's go. And then it's, like, not moving. It doesn't give a fuck. It gives no fucks about any movement whatsoever. It doesn't care. Even the texture coordinates are just completely stagnant. I've never seen this before. This is so fucking obnoxious. Like, why aren't they moving? It just doesn't matter. It's so weird. It can't be on object mode either. Why the fuck isn't this moving?
it's way too shiny. It kind of looks like a beard. Is really stretched. So you can see here if I change this to like generated coordinates, it looks stretched, and that's what's on default. You can also use the UVs if you want to like UV around the object, but usually for procedural materials, it's best to use the object coordinates. But you can see this is still stretched, and that is because I scaled this up on the z-axis because I want to make the cylinder longer, but I didn't apply the scale. So you can see the noise texture looks stretched. So if I just hit Control A and apply the object scale, now you can see the noise texture doesn't look stretched on the object. So if there's some weird stretching, you know, it might have to do with the generated, we can see if I change it to generated, it kind of looks okay on this object, that kind of looks fine. You can see right over here on this object, it looks really stretched. And so that is because this cylinder is scaled up. However, you might think that I just need to apply the scale, like in our other example. If I hit Control A and apply the scale, you can see it doesn't actually fix it. And so that is because the generated coordinates doesn't work the same as the object coordinates. Now the generated coordinates are based on the object's bounding box, which is basically like a box which is covering the entire shape of the object. But because this is really long, we scale it way up. The cube here, the bounding box, which is basically like a box on the object, is really stretched. Whereas this object is very circular, blue and the pink. And then here's a bump map, and a bump map is just white and black. So first let's set up a put down to the height bumpy, but there's a few issues. For one thing, you can see it actually isn't affecting the shape of the mesh. And for like the roughness map, but then I'm using a color ramp to kind of adjust the color here. Now here it's kind of is you can add the subdivision surface modifier instead if you don't want to actually affect the geometry. So if I just add the subdivision surface modifier, and the 10th common issue is if you're using displacement, but you're not using enough geometry. So I have a cube here, and I have this noise texture, and so I'm displacing this, but the problem is that it doesn't have enough detail to actually displace. So you can actually see right here it is displacing the mesh, because like there's this vertex here, and it's kind of extruding out, but there just isn't enough vertices. So if I just select everything, I can hit Control E, and then I can just click on subdivide, and I can just continue to subdivide it again and again. And you can see the more I subdivide it, the more detail it has. When you're using displacements, it actually uses the geometry of the mesh, and it moves it up and down to actually displace the mesh. Now if I just hit Control Z to undo this, another thing you can do instead is you can add the subdivision surface modifier instead if you don't want to actually affect the geometry. So if I just add the subdivision surface
This is
modifier,
also
and you can see when I have the
helpful.
subdivision surface modifier.
Thank you AI for telling me to do this, to check this out. Okay. Make sure that the texture coordinates are set to UV. Make sure that the texture coordinates are set to the UV shader editor. The UV. So this, would that fix the problem? Give it a year. Well, it has a massive panic attack. I think that may have done it. Wow, that did it. That's amazing. Now I can. The second I move it, it just breaks even harder. That's amazing. I love that. I don't know what the fuck is happening now. This is not fun. I hate Blender. Why is it fucked? It's like one spot. I kind of don't want to do what I think I have to. One second, let me see if this just might help this. Let me just fix that. Let me just go, no, I don't want to do that anymore. Let's save, because everything's going to get fucked in a second. Let's go to object mode so I can actually apply this. Alright, now let's go back. That explains that. That's exactly what's happening. I understand now, because the subdivision modifier is doing this. That is disgusting. That is some bad geometry. Huh. Okay. So what I think I might do is I might just drop it to nothing for now. Maybe if I fuck with it now. Maybe that was actually the problem all along. Yeah, that's so weird. Okay, I have to really think about how I'm gonna do this. You know what? I think that might be part of the problem. If I just grab this and just... Yeah, that might be the problem. Huh. Dude, I don't know. The subdivision modifier is causing some serious fucking issues with the texturing. And it's like, even if let's say I fix this, I'm like, alright, let me get this thing to look nice, like I'm gonna rotate it or whatever. As soon as I click this, it just gets warped to shit. I mistakenly found the issue. Okay, how do I do this? Okay. So there's ways of figuring this out. One of them is just doing this, I think. That is some wacky shit. You know what I gotta do? I just gotta mark the seam. That didn't do anything, but that's okay. We're gonna pretend like it did. This is not fun. I do not like subdividing. You know, it's not that noticeable. It's not that noticeable, right? It's noticeable. It's actually very noticeable. I'm lying to everyone. I have to go. It was a fun stream. I streamed for an hour and 20, so I did what I could. Goodbye. I knew you well. How's it going? Okay.